How to create group reservations. In our previous videos, we have shown how to simply create the group reservations from the reservation card. Now, let's see how to create these in more details. For this operation, we should use Reservation menu on the left and under the reservation list select Group Reservation segment. In the newly opened blank Group Reservation card, first we should write the name of the group. This is the general name that will be displayed in the reservation card under Sales Project field. Project ID will be automatically assigned by the system and it cannot be changed. Under Agency field, it is mandatory to select agency or company that makes reservation for this group and for which invoice will be issued. With the plus button, we can open the new agency or company record. If the board type, rate type, currency, market, source, and other information are defined as default in the card of the selected agency, all these information will be automatically displayed in the following fields. Moreover, it is possible to make changes to these if necessary. If desired, we may create separate rate code only for the current group. In this part, we can write the total expected price for this group project and select appropriate currency. In the next field, we should select the status about this group reservation. According to the status we select from here, reservation will be moved to waiting or cancellation list. Forecast information will be affected and changed based on the status we select here. Thus, this is very important field and information. You can use definite status for the confirmed reservations and tentative for those that are not. Or you may also use pending if we are still waiting for the confirmation. Other statuses are also available. We proceed with selecting the check-in and check-out dates of this reservation. Other fields are already filled out based on the related agency's card information. Now we can save this entry. On the second tab, Packages, we can create a new package to be applied for this group or select from the existing ones. Extra expenses can be required for this group. For instance, board type for this group can be different than general board type of the hotel. Or in case we wish to deduct the specific amount from accommodation price or charge folios of each group guest with a specific extra charge, then we should also make packages. For more detailed use of the package options, you may refer to the package definitions video. After entering this general and initial information about this group, we can save this record. In the lower part of the group reservation card, we can create reservations. However, before we start creating ones, we can use the sales block segment. In case the agency still does not have any specific information about name list, about the exact check-in and check-out dates for each guest and similar, however, it has information such as there will be need for certain amount of rooms or that on first day there will be need for 3 rooms, on the next day 4 rooms, from which 2 will be standard and other deluxe, etc. In this situation, Sales Block screen will significantly facilitate handling of these reservations. This screen is very useful when we want to track occupancy for the specific date range, as well as to track guarantee allotment agreements we have with the related agencies or companies. These are 2 main purposes for which we can use this screen. When we click on Add Blocks button, new window with the already defined check-in and check-out dates will be displayed. If the agency wishes to block 12 rooms without specifying the room type, we may write this number in the unit field. In this case, system blocks 12 rooms regardless of the room type. If the specific information about rooms such as 2 standard, 2 deluxe room and 1 suite is requested, then we should fill the following. Let's suppose that agency requested standard room types and they wanted 2 single, 8 double and 2 triple rooms. We will write these numbers in the corresponding fields. Next part is quota, used as a maximum limit. Company wanted from you 8 double rooms, but with the note that there is a possibility for 5 additional rooms. In this case, we use this unit quota field if we do not wish to specify the exact number of single, double or triple rooms. We also mentioned that we can use this screen for agency, contingency and guarantees. Quota fields refer to contingency, while the upper part of the screen refers to guarantees. After saving this entry, system will create the block rows in the lower part of the screen. If there is a change with the block, Or if the agency or company says to you that on first day we will have this number of rooms instead of the first one, on the fifth day there will be specific change, it is possible to easily make these changes on the screen. In other words, after setting the general sales blocks, it is also possible to change the daily entry on some future occasions if needed. We also mentioned that the group reservations we create will affect the forecast. When we open a forecast window, we will see the purple colors for the group reservation blocks we created. These are automatically processed. From the Occupancy tab, we may also see the daily, individual, and group occupancy. Until now, we defined the blocks, but we still haven't created the real reservation records. When we start creating reservations, sold and remaining parts of the block screen will be changed accordingly. Now, let's create some reservations. First, we should create one virtual folio. We want to route all the accommodation and other expenses of this group to this folio. Or, in other words, we do not want to send these to folios of each specific guest one by one, but we want to follow all these expenses in one virtual folio. Check-in and check-out date of virtual folio should be set as the same with the group reservation date. Agency name will be automatically displayed. After creating virtual folio, we should make folio routing. In order to redirect accommodation and other extra expenses of this group to this virtual folio, we should do the folio routing. When setting the folio routing, more detailed definitions can be used. Redirection or routing from one folio to the other or from one department and revenue group to the other can be done. By using additional filters, we can specify for reservations with the specific room types, markets, and rate types to be routed. In our case, we would like to route only the accommodation, so I will select the room as department and accommodation as revenue and redirect it to the virtual folio record we created. After we set the folio routing, we may proceed with creating the reservations. When we open the new reservation card under the Reservation tab, you will notice that all the fields which we have already defined when we created the group reservation record will be displayed. As you see, information such as check-in, check-out, board type, sales project, payment type are automatically displayed. We blocked the standard room types previously, so we are selecting this type, and in the room count number, we will write 8, or the total number of double rooms we blocked. Then we should proceed with creating the guest names. If we do not know the guest names yet, we register it as no name. Since there were 2 adults in each room we blocked, we should enter no name in the second guest record as well. When we go back to Sales tab screen and we click on Calculate Sales Block button, we will see that system will automatically display number of sold rooms under the related column. In this segment, the remaining number of rooms will be displayed. Pink columns and parts found in this list refer to the number of rooms we blocked, blue ones to the realized one, while the yellow ones are those for which we still expect the sales. In the next step, we should divide the group reservation record we created into single reservation cards. This can be done with divide or share operation found under the Action menu. Check-in and check-out dates of the 2 people staying in the same room can be different. Or, since people who are part of group reservation can come one by one in different time, we can create separate reservation for each person in the reservation in order to be able to follow who came and who did not. In this case, we will use divide with share option. Let's divide the current reservation with 5 shares. After this, those light-colored records are records without room price and number of people, or share reservation, while the dark-colored ones are normal reservations. Let's divide the rest of the reservation records with the normal divide option. You may also look at the difference between the divide and share reservation like this. In one room, husband and wife will stay, while in others, 2 people who do not know each other will stay. Because of these, we can follow their records separately. If there will be price difference with any reservation, or accommodation will be comp, you may open each reservation record and change the related fields accordingly. We can also filter these reservations in different tabs according to their status. If the agency or company have sent to us the guest name list, then under the related tab we can start entering these information. For those reservations for which we did the normal divide, guests will be listed as 1 or 2, and they will have the same reservation number displayed. Since we created no name reservation records for 2 people, they will be displayed in separate rows. With a double click on the related fields, we can easily change the guest's name and surname. If we think that this guest is a repeat one, we can try to filter it under the guest lookup field. Next reservations displayed are the one we splitted with share. From the share number, we may find which reservation is the shared one. Again, with a double click on the name and surname field, we may enter the related names. When we save these changes, we will have our group reservation record created and displayed in the reservation list.